What if you could go back in time? Ben, where'd you go?
I went to the Renaissance.
A fancy lad.
So the Renaissance was a time period. It was like the 14th to 17th century in Europe. Sort of just like a time of art and culture and science and shit like that. It was very fun. Specifically, I want to go back to the end of the 15th century / start of the 16th century, and specifically hang out with Leonardo da Vinci. So Leonardo da Vinci is kind of the Renaissance man, both in terms of like person you think of when it comes to the Renaissance and also like the idea of a Renaissance man. He did like everything. He was like an inventor, sculptor, painter, architect, scientist, musician, engineer. He like theorized like parachutes and helicopters and tanks and like apparently concentrated solar power at one point he thought up. One of his paintings, the Salvator Mundi, sold at auction for $450.3 million in 2017. That's the highest price ever paid for a work of art. He studied anatomy, geology, astronomy, botany, history, cartography, just like basically
talk about
everything.
Overachiever.
Yeah,
we started a podcast.
Right, I know. That's cool too.
Hey, and Chris, we've done a YouTube channel, and you've written a book, and I designed a board game.
Yay!
Check them all out at nerdchomp.com.
So obviously he sounds like a very interesting guy, but you might think that maybe he's a little bit, dry, with all that shit going on. But apparently Leonardo da Vinci actually had a very good sense of humor. So this next part, I found this on exactly one website that seems slightly sketchy, but apparently this is a joke that he wrote in one of his notebooks. And it's not great, but I'm going to read it verbatim. It was asked of a painter why, since he made such beautiful figures, which are but dead things, his children were so ugly. To which the painter replied that he made his pictures by day and his children by night. So it's not great. But it's not bad, actually, if you consider it's from like...
It's not a bad joke.
It's like 5 centuries old. That's actually pretty good.
That was a legitimate chuckle.
Yeah. And just to prove that he could totally fit in on Twitter, apparently in the Codex Arundel, I don't know, which is a collection of his notes that was like bound. There's a section, a very famous section, where he just compiled a list of synonyms and puns to describe a penis. Just apparently that was, he was bored and just like wrote down a bunch of puns and synonyms for penis. I don't know. And also apparently he liked playing pranks on his friends. So like there was one time where he had been invited to Rome by the Vatican to celebrate like a new pope. And while he was there talking to people from the Vatican, he told them that he had a pet dragon he kept in a box. And they'd think he was joking, but actually he had taken a lizard and he'd put fake wings, horns, and a beard on it, and they'd open the box and show them, they'd all freak out. And he thought it was great.
What?
I would believe him.
And then also, he apparently...
You say he pulled a prank. I say Leonardo da Vinci invented a dragon.
That's also true. He also... he would make like makeshift balloons from cow intestines. And then he'd use like blacksmith's bellows to inflate them until they're really big. And he would do this thing where he would basically bring people into a room and tell them he was going to show them an experiment. And then he would just inflate the balloon and block the door so they couldn't get out.
What the fuck?
This guy sounds fun.
And also, I would like to point out that yes, that joke I only found one place. All those other 3 things, the penis paragraphs and Vatican dragon and balloon trap, those were all cited in multiple places, so I feel pretty confident about them.
I think I've developed a theory.
Go on.
Leonardo da Vinci is not one man. Leonardo da Vinci is the name of like a fucking college, because this is some college ass shit going on. Like, yeah, there's some moments of great achievement, but also they're trapping someone in a room with a bladder and fooling the Pope.
Right. Seems pretty great. And sort of, long story short... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right. Well, I was going to say that long story short, I feel like from some of the things I've seen, it seems like Leonardo da Vinci would really have enjoyed watching Jackass if he had the opportunity.
Yes, he does sound like it.
So sort of my idea, aside from just going and hanging out with Da Vinci, because it sounds like just the greatest time in the world, I think that you could get Leonardo da Vinci to prank the world with you. So my original idea was to do something with the Da Vinci Code, but after like going back and actually looking at the plot of the Da Vinci Code, I don't think there's actually a whole lot there. Heyo, burn on Da Vinci Code. But no, really, like I just don't think that like going through making the plot of the Da Vinci Code real is actually all that exciting.
I don't really remember the plot to it that much.
I don't know. There's like an albino monk who kills a dude, and Da Vinci isn't actually involved all that. I mean, he's involved, but I don't know. It just wasn't all that fun. I thought it was going to be more fun. I don't know. Anyway, what I decided is much more fun. The idea that I had after that is basically set it up so that when we get to the present day, people think that actually Da Vinci traveled through time. And that explains how he did all the shit he did. So I think you basically take him back like photos of landmarks and like events he can reference that won't make any sense until like the 20th century. That you can like sneak in places, like, you know, casually. Just like, you know, draw a little like Eiffel Tower somewhere and like mention like George Washington or Abraham Lincoln or something, shit like that. And just like build this like conspiracy theorist dream web of just like all these little things that you can use to prove that Da Vinci actually traveled through time.
So he'd be like Nostradamus.
Pretty much, yeah. But maybe better because he actually he didn't just like make 18 million predictions and actually like 40 of them came true. That's the
I guess
cheap
if you make
way.
it to like 4 predictions. Yeah, if you just make like 5 predictions and they're all just like nails on, it's like, oh wait, I guess he just did it a couple times.
Right. Well, yeah, and so here's the thing is that like it's one of those things where this is such a great idea because it takes so little jump to get to this point. The dude already has diagrams for a mostly working fucking helicopter in his notes. Like, it doesn't take that much more to push him over the edge to this dude travel through time.
Yeah, I will say that mostly working is an unfortunate adjective for helicopter.
Okay, well,
specifically.
Yes. Okay, so here's another thing he did. At one point, so, you know, he'd say anatomy and stuff. There was a point where he basically used a suit of armor with like a pulley system rigged up that he basically made. He called it a robot that he could like have it like lift its visor and like wave and shit.
Yeah,
he did that. That wasn't just a design. He actually made that happen. Da Vinci was pretty insane.
I'm actually just like saying negative things about Da Vinci so you get super defensive and start, you know, singing his laurels again.
Hey, Da Vinci's a cool dude. I want him to be my friend.
Do you think Da Vinci would even hang out with you, Ben?
Well,
do you think you're good enough to hang out with Da Vinci?
So I don't speak Italian, which is kind of a barrier.
Yeah,
but I could learn that at some point. I would learn Italian first.
Do you think you get even fucking close to Da Vinci, Ben? Do you think you could do it? Coming from nowhere, you know,
all you have
showing
to do
up
is
at his
bring
door.
a working helicopter and he'll be impressed.
Right, exactly. You just bring one cool piece of not like advanced technology, but just like a rubber band gun or something, and he will just fucking love that. And you're in.
Yeah, like the little thing with the balls that clicks back and forth.
Oh, yes.
You get it.
You could go, yeah, perfect, exactly. Shit like that. He would go nuts for that. And suddenly you're your best friend. I'm telling you, it's a foolproof plan.
You don't even need to know Italian.
Exactly. Well, it will probably help a little bit, but
just put it on your phone. Put it on your phone, a translating program, and then be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then your phone says it in Italian, and then Da Vinci's mind is blown. It's like, also, could you invent me a charger really quickly?
Right, seriously, I need you to get on this one, dude. You really got to come through for me here. No, stop inflating the intestine. You did that trick already. It's great. It's very funny. Da Vinci, please let me out of the room. I can't get past this intestine.
Hold on, I'm almost done. Here's your charger. It's like, Da Vinci, this is a micro USB.
I need USB-C, damn it. And he just pulls one out. He actually was a time traveler the whole time. Plot twist. In my Shyamalan.
It's like, yeah, I came back 20 years ago to meet Da Vinci and then realized I was Da Vinci.
My God.
That's totally Twilight Zone.
That's actually an incredible... That is the greatest Twilight Zone episode that it was never made. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of my plan.
My plan, Da Vinci's cool.
My plan is Da Vinci's cool, and I guess prank the world. Honestly, at a certain point, I sort of stopped getting too wrapped up in the prank part because I just kept learning cool things about Da Vinci. So